Mr. Mayor, before we get started, let me emphasize that the purpose of this meeting for tonight is not for deliberation. The purpose of this meeting tonight is for us just to present you your budget. You have in front of you, or should have, your budget book that has the details of your budget involved. We will be making a presentation to you tonight, overviewing and highlighting the budget. And before we get started, I think I would ask you to think again, as shown on the front page here, that really what is a budget? A budget was never intended just to be a set of line items for revenues and expenditures. A budget is what you are willing to invest. It's what you're willing to invest in the quality of life of DeBary residents, businesses, and property owners through the delivery of quality municipal services. That's what a budget really is. So, with that said, let me go to the overview page, which is should be your second item up. Okay. This particular budget is fully funded. It's a fairly aggressive budget. It has no requirements for any millage increase, no ad valorem fee or user charges increases. Permit activity is currently up in your city by 27.8%. The TOD has turned the corner with its first development application for 289 luxury multifamily project under review and other negotiations in progress, indicating its estimated 5-year, $250 million development potential may be realized and possibly exceeded. Also, in this budget, there's over $1 million in stormwater improvements are proposed. There are park improvements proposed. The proposed tag reader, which bolsters crime prevention efforts, are included in this budget. The dream of first-class multi-generational community center is a possibility for us going forward in the future, based on the work of your committee. And we will have next year, or this upcoming year, a fully operational new fire station. With all these important positives, there are challenges. The challenge that we will need to be addressed related to the disparity between the growth in recurring revenues in the city and recurring expenses in the general fund, causing an over-reliance on reserves. And we will discuss that at some length. With that said, let me say again that everything in this budget is fully funded. You could adopt it tonight if you wanted to. However, we want to be able to point out to you again what we see as challenges coming down the road, as be a part of your thought as we deal with this budget. And at that point, or at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Liz and let her start walking you through some of the information that we're providing to you in the overview. And I will pick it up in a few minutes and move forward with that. Further discussion.
Good evening. We'll start with this next slide with the sources of funds. This is based on the comparison with last year. And our ad valorem taxes, we're expecting about $4.6 million, which is about $127,000 over fiscal year 17. Sales and use taxes, $2.5 million, which equates to about 15% of the revenue, and that is up slightly, about $22,000 from FY17. Charges for services, we're budgeting approximately $1.6 million, which is around $31,000 over FY17. Intergovernmental revenue, we're budgeting at just around $2 million, which is very close to the previous fiscal year. Permits, fees, and special assessments, That is